how many orbs are we getting, who gets demoted, and who are our next remixes? These are all questions we asked during the summer celebration. We're going to get into it, but I want to jump right into this first thing, which is one of my favorite pieces, and that's this 4-star special hero special rate summoning event. I wish this was a permanent thing. We've talked about it a lot on this channel, and if they could alternate this with arena tickets, or better yet, they could actually put this into another mode, like say Resonant Battles, where you get 1 ticket a week for participating, I would love it. This needs to be a thing, IS. We love this event. The GHB battles are up next, and these are always a lot of fun, and if this is one of your merge projects, this is a fantastic way to save grails, and I know a lot of you love GHBs, and to be honest, they've done a really good job making these this year. Next up is the skills banner, and honestly, the best part of this is usually the tickets. Being able to just free summon every day is kind of a fun thing. What I will say is, we've talked about it before, but unless one of these is your merge project, then you're probably skipping this, just because, again, power creep is moving really fast right now. Okay, this Hero Fest is so much better than it has been in years past. I love Attuned Triandra, and I think she is an excellent unit for new players to have. This is the first banner that new players get to summon on. Having an attuned unit who's also very useful, having Duo Leon, which keep in mind, Duo Leon is still very good. He's just not tier on his own good. And I've talked about how good I think Winter Edelgard is. These are meta-defining units, and Golbek. So, people might summon on her for reasons. So here is the total for what we're looking at. I will say I've looked at all of these. The orbs stayed the same, and that's unfortunate. Everything else here has increased, so that is a good thing. The big thing here is those times 20 tickets. Last year it was times 10. And again, that is that really fun seasonal special rate banner that I think is fantastic. Do I wish they would give us more orbs? I don't know how many times I can say yes on that. The way they are controlling power creep right now is by controlling the number of orbs you get so that fewer people can get meta units. And I don't think that's a very good way to do it, but that is what they've chosen. So here are the new units, and we'll go over these in detail when the trailer drops, but there are a couple things that I want you to pay attention to. For one thing, an axe made out of cotton candy is amazing. I kind of love that. But notice this is a Summer Shez that is actually coming in and attacking into Mia. And I don't have it up here, but she actually tings off of her, which is kind of amazing. Mia outspeeds Shamir, which, keep in mind, Shamir is a very fast unit. And she survives. So this is going to be one of those in that same mold as tanky axe flyers that we've seen so many of, and it probably will be a fairly good unit. Oh man, Lucia is back, and I'll be honest, this unit kind of scares me and might have the ability to absolutely break the game. She needed a few more things and she would still be meta now. I think about all the things that take out Ike in the keeping Ike from proccing specials and all that. This unit would be counter to all of that and would be an amazing 1-2 punch if they do her the same way. We'll see in about a week on that, but just keep that in mind. This unit is someone to watch if you love enemy phasing, and you guys all know how much I love that. Next up, we have Leo, and I have no idea how good this unit is going to be. Just honest to God, I will point out that Faye has a really funny line where she mentions Leo's cucumbers, and it is very Faye. I don't know what her obsession with Xander is, but yeah. What I will point out, what we're about to see, is this is a colorless Cav Tome, and this unit has trouble killing the stock unit that they have up there. And that is not a good sign, especially when you have color advantage. It takes 2 hits, and that worries me for you Leo fans, because they have not really done you very well in the last coming years. Last is Takumi, and I mean, we're all waiting for what this unit's going to be. This is a Cav bow, and I mean, Rocket Gal's probably going nuts right now. Plus, this is the free unit, so that alone is going to be a lot of fun. We'll see how well they do him. You can see he doesn't get a preference weapon though, and that's unfortunate. We'll have to see what exactly goes on there. Next, we have the unit that is going to once again defeat Oblivion's wallet with Nephany, and I don't understand what's going on with his bingo card, but this is just absolutely nuts. I don't know what this unit is going to be, just to be completely honest. They could go a lot of different ways. I'm not impressed just from the screenshot that we get, but again, it's just a screenshot, so we'll have to see how that goes. You do see that she has resonance. You see that she tries to proc Moonbow and finally gets it on the second hit, but she can take out Myrrh. So, I mean, this unit is going to have some firepower, but we really have to wait and see. Just a last quick summary. Here's what we have in total, and you'll notice August 7th, so the banner reveal should be on August 5th. We'll see that when it comes out. I will say it is very difficult to summon on this banner because of the Braves, and it's not just because the Braves are always popular units. What happens around the Braves is generally some sort of power spike. And so getting units right before that is always very dicey. If you can wait, and I mean, if I'm never talking to you if this is your favorite, go for it, go get those units. But if you can wait, I would absolutely see what exactly happens with the Brave banner because they generally change the game. Next, we have arena maps, and the one that I don't like is this one at the bottom left, and those defense tiles always drive me absolutely crazy. It's very similar to the one we have, but what I'll say, and to IS's credit, they're getting better at designing maps. The last batch was actually pretty good, and the thing you want to keep track of is you want to keep people from being swept turn one by all of the crazy good and very warpable units that we have right now. It's one of the reasons that we got rid of a lot of the older maps because it was so easy for the opponent, controlled by the computer to just come across and wipe you clean off the map. They've been doing a lot better job being able to space that out, and what that really means is it makes it less frustrating because you don't want this mode to be any more frustrating than it is with all of the skills and units and legendaries that you have to collect in order to compete here. I actually have some faith in them, and I like the looks of these maps so far. Okay, this is my favorite addition, just to be completely honest, because I liked United Warfront a lot, but I along with a lot of other people said it needed another degree of difficulty. It wasn't hard enough. Adding an abyssal level to this, I think, is a lot of fun and very needed. I wish they would add this to Seer Snare as well, but I'll take it United Warfront right now. Hero's Journey gets a very minor update. I think this is more for folks who jump into the game and have to catch up so they can get more of the little replays that you can get. What I'll say is, honest to God, this is one of my favorite casual modes. I really do enjoy this one, so I like the ability to get more people involved. I wish they would give more resources to it, but we've seen how stingy they are. Okay, this is an interesting batch, and we were talking in the Discord. This is actually a batch that makes me feel very old, but that is what it is. Particularly Ashe, I cannot believe she's remix worthy at this point, but a lot of these units have the potential to be very, very good. I am a big fan of Thor, and I don't think it would take much to make her a unit that could really help out your team. Ashe, again, I think she could be incredible. I am so curious what they're going to do with Elamine. They have a lot of ways they can go with that. I don't have really high expectations for Sita, and the reason is Vantage units tend to do well and then fade out quickly. I still think she'll be good in Arena, so that's that, but it really depends on what they give her. And I mean, Nana, I love Nana, so I am anxious to see what they give her. Overall, though, this is an interesting batch, and one of the interesting things is they will all be on a Legendary and Mythic Hero remix this month. What that means, I believe, is that we won't have Nana on the Hall of Forms. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't gone back and looked at the schedule exactly, but I think it takes her out of the running for that. That is unfortunate. We'll see what they end up giving us, and this Hall of Forms batch usually around this time is pretty good because they're trying to grab your resources. So we'll see what that ends up being. This is a very good batch of heroes with a very high ceiling though. This is more interesting than you think it is. For one thing, we've seen how good bonus stacking is with someone like Brave Crom, who's about to get a refine, is about to be just bonkers. This though, what I want you to notice what they did is they swapped out the Fallen Star effect for Deep Star. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, it's been a while since I used Claude in SD, but I believe that means he's okay to use in SD. Fallen Star, the problem was it had a 1-turn clause, and so Claude would attack in, and then he wouldn't have the damage reduction when the other units would attack back into him. It was unfortunate and kind of a design oversight if you ask me, but putting this back in makes him very usable in that mode. I don't think he's going to be meta, but to be a meta unit in SD, you have to be very, very good. And I still think this unit is going to be usable there, though. If this is your favorite, Guidance 4 is an excellent C skill on him, and I think you can have a lot of fun with this guy. So Ullr has always been a unit that very much knows what she is, and the thing, this unit is all about killing things, and she just got a lot better at that. The thing you're looking at here is she really wants to get 3 attacks all at 100% before the other unit can counter. There are some things she's going to need to make everything work right. I recognize that. Deadeye being really her only means of piercing is not wonderful, but still, this has some potential and has some areas that might be very useful. I have a feeling that she is going to absolutely demolish things, so keep an eye out for her. She's going to be one-dimensional. She always has been. But when she is used correctly, she has been very effective at that one thing, which is destroying stuff. Okay, I lied. This is my favorite thing. There's so many of these units that I never, ever, ever want to see again. Oh, God. Oh, that makes me so happy. I'm sorry, guys. Nimi, go away. Yes, I don't want to see you anymore. I cannot wait to have these guys out of the pool altogether. Very happy about this. But I'll also note, some of these I'm very happy about getting a chance to summon on in the 4-star special tickets. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, if I got a Fjorm, Hardy Fighter isn't exactly tip of the meta right now, but that's still really good fodder. And when did Yuri get this old? I don't know. But anyway, this is a good batch to have in the 4-star special pool, even though Nimi might ruin your day. You feel less bad when it's an arena ticket. That's just all there is to it. Oh wow, I almost forgot. Florets in the 4-star pool. Like, if you haven't summoned on these units, you can get a Floret in the 4-star pool. All right, we're gonna watch Faye have a gambling problem here for just a little bit. I think we have all had this moment where we just keep on summoning for something that we probably don't need, but really want in our barracks for I don't know what reason, and we get a Barst instead. The thing I want you to pay attention to is these weekly revivals are now sparkable for everyone. This is something that is long overdue, because if you're summoning on one of these weekly revivals, these are not meta-relevant units. Don't make this more frustrating for folks who are just trying to merge up favorites. I love this change. This is excellent. I'm going to quickly go over orb packs, and then we're going to talk about what we got this year versus last year. But these are the orb packs that are coming tomorrow. These are the things I want you to pay attention to are the medium orb pack, which is the one that is most bought, and how the orb rates are better in all of these others. Particularly if you are a dolphin, like that $5 pack is excellent. If you're a whale, that trait boost pack is really tempting. Getting florets is kind of hard right now. They're a very limited commodity. So so that you can go into this with your eyes open. Just for your information, the orb per dollar for the most expensive pack, the 174 orb pack, is 2.3. So all of these are better, and I do encourage you, if you're a spender, save until these fests come around, and that's when you spend. Like that is the best way to go. Plus, it eliminates the the impetuous spending that you always regret. If you're a spender, save up for these. It is just a better way to go. So here's all the stuff we got last year. And again, we're pretty on par. We didn't get Aether Raids maps, but I don't really mind. They haven't been great at giving us new Aether Raids maps. I do like the new arena maps. Pay real close attention to the resources though. And all of those have gone up, which is nice. We definitely got more tickets this round, and I'm a fan of that. If we look at just written out what we got differently this year, most of it is exactly the same. We did get the United Warfront difficulty increase, which is great. We didn't get the Aether Raids maps. We got still 12 orbs because IS is incredibly cheap. And that's pretty much summing it all up. This isn't the most exciting FEH channel, but it's solid. Like, they did a good job. This is great. And what we're really looking forward to is Choose Your Legends that is happening very, very soon. If you want to see more about those Hero Fest units, I just did a video on the top 5 most influential units of last year, and 2 of them were on there. So go check that out. Members, you are amazing. Thank you for all you do. Take care and schedule an appointment with your FEHologist real soon.